Okay, everybody. This is what I want you to do. You're going to look at section 4.4 on your in the books, which is going to start doing actions and outlets. Um, we're going to do this activity. We're going to do it a little bit differently than we've been using the Swift UI. Um, the tutorials they don't follow along as well as we do with the storyboard. So when we create the new project here to do this, I'm going to create a new project. And we'll call it, uh, you can see I did test 8 and test 9. So I'm going to call this one test 10. So a single view app. Next, test 10. But here's the big thing is that you have to switch this from, normally we were in Swift UI. We want to switch this to storyboard. If we switch to storyboard, it'll work like the stuff does in the iBooks, in the textbook that we're using. Swift UI, again, it should be easier to use, but right now we have the textbook that uses this oh my gosh, storyboard mode. So let's do this. One thing I want to show you here, create the place for it to make the code. One thing I want to show you real quick is what it's going to have you do is it's going to have you, the first few steps are going to ask you to click on the storyboard, and then you're going to drag a view onto the storyboard. So we're going to use this. So just like what we've done in the past here a little bit. So we're going to find the view, right there it is, and we're going to drag that onto our storyboard here. I'm just going to center it like this. And again, it walks through this in the textbook, but I wanted to show you a little bit about this. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we are going to, we have to be able to see the view controller. So to do that, we want to go to, now where did I find it here again? Window, editor, oh, the assistant. We want to see the assistant editor. And this is the view controller. This is what we want to see here. Now I'm going to get rid of this over here. I'm going to squeeze this down a little bit so that I can see what I'm doing right here. And then it'll talk to you about how you're going to do this. You're going to hit Control and click this and drag this into here, that this is an outlet. It tells you to name it Color View. And so that's how you do that. This is where it needs to be. So everybody should be able to do this regardless of which version of Swift they have. They want to make sure this dot is filled in. So that's how you're going to get started with section 4.4. You should be able to do this today in class. And keep going through section 4.4 because they're going to give a toggle switch that's going to be able to switch between the color of this and the toggle switch. So get going with 4.4 and work on that in class today.